Good evening, everyone, and welcome to an evening at XQ sponsored by Best Sleep Centers. My name is Marina Lamontagne, and I will be your host this evening. As you know, XQ loves to showcase local artists, such as visual artists, photographers, and of course, musicians. Tonight, we are welcoming Winnipeg's own Good Show. Good Show was born from the breath of some sweet, sweet folk fest talk. And they tell stories of coming of age, art, and even paying rent. Please give a warm welcome to Good Show.
Sacrifice, it's got no rules and no dice. It's amazing what you can do when there's more time. give all you can get, but you haven't got there yet. It's amazing what you can do when there's more time. And the things that you love get all of your care. It's only a question of who, what, or where. What else can you do when there's only one of you? You just keep rolling and rolling. You just keep rolling and rolling. Well, this life of chasing dreams, it's more like picking teams, and who you want to be on your side. Now it may seem unfair, but you're the one that's standing there, and who else you want to be on your side. And the things that you think are all that you are, and sometimes the nearest point is way too far. But what else can you do when there's only one of you? You just keep rolling and rolling. You just keep rolling and rolling. And the things that you love get all of your care. It's only a question of who, what, or where. But what else can you do when there's only one of you? You just keep rolling and rolling. You just keep rolling and rolling. You just keep rolling and rolling.
That was wonderful. Thank you. Now, I have a question. Let's talk about your name.
Yeah.
Good Show. How did that come to be?
Well, Ashley and I, we've known each other for a long time. We actually we met each other at a dinner theater in town, Celebrations Dinner Theater. And then, that's right, then we went on to do this other Wild West show out in Elm Creek called Bob's Wild West. And we also wrote theater musicals together. Ashley would write the music and I would write the book. And we did about 3 or 4 of those. The whole reason why I'm telling that sort of context is because we were sitting around the Folk Fest 3 years ago. The whole band was actually born on one conversation. And we were talking about, because as artists, we don't need critics because we are our own worst critics. And so we were talking about how after a show is done, how important it is to say, good show to somebody. Just to say, hey man, hey, good show, that was good. But we, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes because we're perfectionists, we want to do everything perfect. We want to execute so badly that sometimes we leave a gig or a show and we grumble and we grumble and we leave, and that's not good. So we just sort of said it's important to say good show, because it's not about executing, it's about the fact that we came together to do a thing, to do a creative thing. And so, and then I said, hey, are you still writing original songs? And she said, oh yeah. And she went over to the piano because her and her partner Scott, we were sitting at a jam space in the campground at Folk Fest, and her and her partner Scott run this jam space. So there was a piano there, and she played one of her songs, and I said, that's awesome, man. We got to get these things out. We got to get them out into the world. And so we agreed on that. We were like, yeah. And then I said, so what do you think we should do for a band name? And Ashley off the cuff said, Good Show. And we laughed. And then I went, well, yeah, maybe. Because it's a reminder to us. We all have different paths in our lives. I'm an actor. Duncan's an actor. Ashley teaches during the day, but she does a lot of music as well. But it's just a reminder that this band is about being creative and having fun and always sort of saying to each other, good show. It's just a reminder for us that that's why we are involved in this particular band. So it's there was one lady who was like, that's a little presumptuous, don't you think, to name your band Good Show? Like that's... And I was like, no, it's not. Oh, I didn't think about that. But I said, oh, well, whatever. Sure. Yeah, okay, we're presumptuous. But it's actually more of a...
We didn't call ourselves Great Show.
Yeah, we didn't. That's right.
Best show ever.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't call ourselves the best show you've ever seen in your life. We're just Good Show.
But you can.
But you can, but we can't. Yeah. It's better, like, the other options were like, nice and mediocre show, but we thought, no, we won't do that. Yeah, so that's where the name came from.
That's wonderful. And now I hear that your next song has kind of an interesting story.
Well, that's up for debate, but go ahead.
I mean, I think so. Yeah, our next song is one that I wrote, and it's called Not That Rainbow Song. And it's very important. It's called Not That Rainbow Song. This is a ukulele that I pulled out of the trash one day because I thought, oh, that's cool, and it was like kind of like beyond repair to be properly playable, and I thought that's great because that's what I need. So I found it, and it had 3 strings on it, and I never put a 4th one back on there because I wrote some tunes on it, and I thought, well, I can't put another one on there now. But so I was playing this one song that I wrote. And my mom came downstairs and she said, "Oh, I know that song. That's that rainbow song." And for those of you who don't know, if you don't know, that's Somewhere Over the Rainbow, done by Israel Kamakawiwo, this Hawaiian guy, right? Oh man, big fan. Well, it's not
Let's
that
skip
song.
that
it's not
song.
that
Skip
song.
the one you're going to play. She wants to hear the rainbow over the rainbow show. We got to give the crowd what they want.
Yeah,
so
right?
just
no, but
go ahead.
So anyways, I said, no, it's not that rainbow song. It's not that one. And I realized that is the ukulele player's doom, is that everywhere they go, hey, you don't play that rainbow song. It's not that rainbow song. So I'm going to play Not That Rainbow Song. It's a pretty good song, though. You should give it a listen if you haven't. Yeah. Scooch myself up here. I wrote a ukulele song the other day as I sat cross-legged on the floor. I showed my mother, and the first thing that she said was, "Yeah, I think your auntie showed me that before." I said, "Come on, Mom, what exactly do you mean?" She hummed a bar, and then I knew that clip from Israel was all that she had seen. So now I'm speaking frankly to you. Please don't get me wrong, feel free to sing along with This Is Not That Rainbow Song. I'm not Hawaiian, but I'm crying 'cause I'm dying to remind you that the ukulele has more than one song. It's for a personifying that one line with perfect timing sets the underlying view of what the ukulele's done. Please don't get me wrong, feel free to sing along, but this is not that rainbow song. The other sides are rather dry. My stutter tries another reprise of the song that I had named. Through buttered fries and gutter highs, this brother's cries covered his spies. That song that they relayed. Please don't get me wrong, feel free to sing along, but this is not that rainbow song. Not by Judy Garland or by Louis Armstrong. This is not that rainbow song. Thanks.
Don't ever ask for that rainbow song again. I guess that's the message of that one?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. All right.
They would not cash my ticket, so I had to spare the time. We got no saviors here, just wishes and wine. The train don't stop here, but it goes by all the time. Am I distracted or hypnotized? And you keep knocking, but I know your way. Knocking, rattling my chain. You keep saying that you don't know what to say. Doesn't matter. Crimes. The path is littered with reasons why. Anger brought me here and left me out to dry. Oh well, I guess you know exactly what that's like, 'cause I can't tell by the way. Sing a whiskey lullaby and put myself to sleep, 'cause I can't tell by the way you do not hesitate. I can't tell by the way.
There we go. Now, Corey and Duncan, I understand you're both actors as well as musicians.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience in the theater and maybe how it inspires your music, or vice versa?
Yeah. I've been acting since I left high school, which was about years ago. And actually, I met Duncan on a show. We were doing a show last year for the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre called Once the Musical. And we became fast pals. And actually, it was, I think, maybe within the first day I started saying, "Isn't that right, son?" I sort of started calling him son.
Yes, Dad.
Yeah. Which is funny because a year later, here we are now, and Duncan is going to play my son this summer for Rainbow Stage's production of Strike, the musical. Yeah. And that is, of course, celebrating the...
Corey's also going to play my dad in that show.
What did I say?
You said I'd play your son.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It is dry in here. Okay, so... that's right. So it's, of course, that show is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Winnipeg General Strike that happened in 1919. And I play Mike Sokolowski. No spoilers, but... yeah, there's just no spoilers, and you're going to play my son. Yeah. And so now should I talk about how theater goes into music?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So this next song, what happens when you're a theater artist is that we do a show, and a show usually lasts, including rehearsals, 6 weeks. So you get together with a bunch of people you don't know, and you get to know them really quickly, like within 3 weeks of rehearsals. We rehearse 120 hours, so that's 6 days a week, 8 hours a day for 3 weeks. And then in the final week, we do some 12-hour days. So you get to know the people and the play, and you sort of fall in love with everything. And then 3 weeks later, it's over. So if you could imagine sort of getting a job and then losing it real quick, and that's my life, our life on repeat. And so what, of course, happens naturally is something called the post-show blues. In which we go into a bit of, I guess it's depression because we're missing the people, and also because now we're unemployed. And so I wrote a song that is while I was going through the post-show blues, and it gets a little serious here at this point because it started off me. The lyrics sort of are talking about theater. I'm using theater terms. And as a person who's sort of relatively new to writing music, it became more about loss, and it's become more of a song for the people that I have lost in my life, and so so it was fascinating to me because I've experienced other people's songs and how they sort of change meaning for you depending on what happens in your life. But this one changed meaning for me, and it was my own song, and so it's a bizarre thing for me. So now it's changed. So most of my songs are actually about theater, but I always assume people think I'm talking metaphorically, which maybe I am. I don't know. So this is what this song is about.
We'd love to hear it. Thank you.
This song is called "This Town." You never think it's over. There's always more to do. Who can guess the order? And then you're through. You're so busy with the night, just trying to get it right. Did you seize the moment? Do you feel good today? Did you hear that laughter It's hiding the pain. Can I hold it? Can I hold it once more? Just spend one more night with me in this town. One more night and tear it all down. It could be this feeling or the lights in the room. One more night and we'll go home soon. Somehow no one told you these are the days. They always seem so golden, and then they fade away. That look in your eyes is always close by. Did you hear the thunder amongst all the rain? Did you try to make it a different kind of same? Can I hold it? Can I hold it once more? Every time I think I'm going down, I turn it all around and I just push it through. I rewind in my mind all the times and the lines I could have said to you, but I'll hang on to them for now. Just spend one more night with me in this town. One more night and tear it all down. This feeling and the lights in the room. One more night, we'll go home soon. Yeah, spend one more night. One more night. One more night, we'll go home soon. Yeah, just one more night. One more night. One more night with me in this town. With me in this town. Me in this town. With me in this town. With me in this town.
To try as many different instruments as I can.
Actually, yeah, so that's why we brought Duncan on board. It was me and Ash, and we were like, hey, let's bring Duncan over here and let's, jam out with him. And he came in like he was on a backpack trip to Europe. He had his whole back full of all these different kind of instruments, and he plopped them all down, and we were like, that is exactly what we need. We need to sort of change up our, because if there's just the two of us, on piano and guitar and mandolin, we need that. We needed a guy like Duncan who could sing well. He's a fantastic musician. I'm only saying this about you because we're on TV, right? You know that?
Oh man.
So.
And I'm gonna play it over and over and over again. Right?
Anyway, yeah.
Love is breaking rules, love is faking cool, and making fools of ourselves on a windy afternoon. Love is realizing that love is all comprising, like the rising of the harvest moon. Love holds us accountable. Love is insurmountable, leaves you floundering alone at the bottom of the lake. Even though it leaves us liable, our love is undeniable, indescribable. I'm trying to relate that. Like a poem, like a song, it whispers on and on and on. Like a wind blown through the trees, the freezing breeze of memory says, remember my name. Remember my name. Love is second chances. Love is midnight dances. The romance is in the air. It's all around. Love is breaking ground, and love is getting wound up in the sound of two hearts pounding down, down, down. Love is unbelievable. Love is inconceivable, irretrievable, so retreat before it guides you to the light. Love is like a craving, it incites misbehaving. Now I'm caving in from saving myself for the one that's right. Love is friendship, love is hate, making waves, accepting your fate. Feel it in your lungs and love is true, it says to me, it says, remember my name. Remember my I only say name half the time at the end.
You've never said it. You've never said
I
it.
know, buddy, you keep waiting for it.
This is what these guys are like.
You love it.
Yeah, it's the whole father-son thing, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be with
We
you.
tune
While-
because
while-
we care.
That's right.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Now, I have been told that you are in the process of creating your first album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have at least the songs for it. And we took the fall off to do some recording, and that just didn't happen because we have no idea how to do that. And so we were on search. We were just telling you the
took the fall off.
Just what's that? So we basically just took the fall off. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, but I think we might have found someone who is good at doing the producing and doing the controlling but it's been good. Just this process of picking the songs, being like, okay, what songs should we do, and it's sort of just honing in on particular songs and making those tighter. So hopefully, I think it's a goal. Should we just say it's a goal right now to make a CD within the next 5 years? Should we just?
Before CDs become completely obsolete.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep saying CDs.
Let's call it.
A Spotify playlist.
Wow. See, we need to learn so much. This is how much we know. Secret's out.
You know what, guys? I'm just going to pull out the old audio cassette recorder.
Let's make a mixtape.
We're going to make a mixtape, yeah. An album, that's fair to say, right? An album, yeah. A musical album, yes.
We're making a record.
We're going to make a record, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. I think we're going to, hopefully, I say in the next 5 years, but I'm joking. I mean, within this time next year, hopefully we can, you'll come back to XQs, because we wouldn't sort of do an album release anywhere else, because we love Sal and everybody here at XQs. And so yeah, we would do it here, and so hopefully within the year, this time next year, hopefully you'll be able to look us up, and we'll have something for you to listen to. Yeah.
Wonderful to hear. That's great. Now, would you like to tell us anything about the next song?
I could, yeah. So I was reading this really philosophical book. It's called Songwriting for Dummies, and. And I was like, because this was 2 years ago or so, and I was like, I want to learn the basics, so I want to learn the rules so I can break them. So in there it was like, find a catchy riff. So I found one. It was this. So and then it says something like, start off easy. It was a challenge or an exercise in the book, like write a song about love. And so I had that, and I was trying to write a song about love, and I was thinking of Tom Petty, You Wreck Me, and I was like, well, I love you the most. Yeah, I love you the most. And I was trying not to think about it too much, but I did not like the lyric, I love you the most. So somebody liked it, though. So I took my dog for a walk, and we're out in the neighborhood, and I really don't have any opinion about it, but I did notice there's a lot of infill housing happening in this city. That is, that you'll have a house, and then there was a side yard, which I guess is also the equivalent of a backyard, but it's on the side, and they're selling off their side lots so that people can build houses in there, and I thought, wow, nobody wants a yard anymore. And geez, I sort of said to myself, man, we're just getting closer and closer. And I was like, that's better than I love you the most. So then I went home, and then I realized the whole song was about it. I started writing the song, and as my favorite artist, Tom Waits, says, just get out of the way of whatever's trying to get into the room. So I got out of the way, and this song about infill housing came out. And But also I was like, well, I can't. That's not. That's a little too on the nose. So I decided to write a song. I decided to make the song a love song from the perspective of somebody who's totally in love. So if you're not listening, you don't have any context, you'll never know that this is a song about infill housing. You'll think it's some sort of rock song about being in love, but it's not. Duncan, I can tell you just can't wait to tell some sort of joke right now.
I didn't know it was about infill housing.
So anyway, Oh, right in the feelings. Okay, anyway.
Well,
So that's what it's about, yeah.
okay.
It's called Closer and Closer.
Wonderful. Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. Spend $1 million just to get your love. Let me show you what I'm made of. Dirt and blood, I'm nice and steady. I'm a vacant lot, and I am ready. Cut down the trees, take out the grass. No bubble gum, or just kick some ass. Squeeze every inch and every penny. Let's bag up the wind and charge a fee. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. You and me. You and me. You and me. Spend $1 million not satisfied. Let's hear with me, side by side. Let's take out the swings and the trampoline. We need that space for you and me. My love is bigger than this land. Why subtract when we can add? Put up a sign no one will read. Let's trim them hedges and watch them bleed. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. You and me. You and me. You and me. You and me. Come on, Ashley, get closer. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. You and me. You and me. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. You and me. You and me. You and me. You and me.
Wanna change your mind. If that comes along, it's just another consequence you feel completely justified. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it just might save your life. Everybody wants a revolution. Baby, we got plans tonight. I just can't get it right. I just don't wanna fight tonight. I just focus on the positive, forget when I can't forgive. I just can't get it right. I'm just too tired to fight. I just forget. Baby, just give me a reason. It'll be alright. Give me something to believe in. Just keep me warm tonight. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it just might save your life. Everybody wants a revolution. Baby, we got plans tonight. 'Cause I just can't get it right. I just don't wanna fight tonight. I just focus on positive, forget when I can't forgive. I just can't get it right. I'm just too tired to fight. I just forget. just don't wanna fight tonight. I just focus on the positive, forget. When I can't forgive, I just can't get it right. I just too tired to fight. I just forget.
Cool. We got one more for you. I hope that everybody has had a good time. Thanks for joining us out here
thank
tonight.
you.
It's been a pleasure having you all.
All right. So this next song I wrote for a festival called the Nunanau Festival, which is an Icelandic festival. And we were doing some, it was a theater show, but I wrote a song for a one-act play. We did a series of one-act plays by a playwright called Guttormur Guttormsson, which is just like the same name, but with a sun. So he says his name twice, but just adds a sun on it. Anyway, so in this one-act play, we have a character who finds, here's the song, the story of the song. We have a character who finds himself in a neighborhood that is really upper scale, but he's not happy, okay? So, and the short play was called The Street of Fools. So if you're watching this or you're listening now and you think I'm taking some sort of stab at some neighborhood you live in, okay, it's not me, it's the character. Okay? Here we go. I've been living on the street of fools. I've been dropping my kids off at the pool. Fresh water from a man-made lake where they fish for golf balls with the garden rake. There's a dead goose on my lawn, and soon it will be gone. It isn't right or wrong, it's just words to a song that say I've been living too long on the street of fools, on the street of fools. I'll meet you on the street of fools. I'll be dropping my fish off at the school. My house is the same as the one next door, and the one after that, and the one before. My wife is growing pale, better have a garage sale. It isn't something else, it's just something in myself that say I've been living too long on the street of fools. On the street of fools. I'm on the street of fools. I'm on the street of fools. I'm on the street of fools. Thank you. We are Good Show. Thank you.
And with that song, we conclude our evening. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us this evening at an evening at XQ, sponsored by Best Sleep Centers. Thank you again to Good Show for sharing your talents with us. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you again, everybody. We hope to see you again, and have a wonderful night.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to An Evening at XQ, sponsored by David at Best Sleep Center. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you so much, David. My name is Sarah Lamontagne, and I am your host this evening. We have the pleasure of welcoming a fabulous rock calypso duo. Everybody, please welcome Glen Williams and Doug Wilson. But before we get to it, I just wanted to ask, you're both very established in your musical careers, and you're constantly working at creating new repertoire. I was wondering what inspires you to keep writing and what your favorite thing about writing music is.
So I don't really write things down. I'm the sax player. I went to school to learn how to write things down, and then at the end of the school performance curriculum, they said, okay, just go and play now. Forget about all that other stuff. So I don't write anything down. As a creative process, we interface, we work together, we make things happen. Live on stage very often is where the most creative process is.
And so was all of that improv?
No, but it came from a moment that was created by the room, and we played to the room. So I'm saying his song there is a different process, but the next one that we do will be a little bit closer to. We've been playing together for 30 years, so.
And still talking to each other. It's amazing.
Yeah, sometimes he fires me on stage, sometimes off stage.
All right, well, we would all love to hear this reggae version of this breakup song, so let's hear it.
Thought that I was over you. Years have passed. Love is true. I can't hide what I feel inside. Let love true. Don't deny. Baby, can you help me? Can you help me now? I don't know what to do, walking around thinking about you. Baby, can you help me? Can you help me now? Feeling sad and blue, lost without you. Am I to go on living this way? Since you asked me that question, am I happy today? That's why I mention, I call out your name. All thoughts coming back to you, trying to ease the pain. Baby, can you help me? Can you help me now? I don't know what to do, walking around thinking about you. Baby, can you help me? Can you help me now? Feeling sad and blue, lost without you. Now I know you're miles away, yet I still adore you like yesterday. Time waits for no one, some scrambling in haste. I'll just hold on, love will find a way. Baby, can you help me? Can you help me now? I don't know what to do, walking around thinking about you. Baby, can you help me? Can you help me now? Feeling sad and blue, lost without you.